and welcome to Plan B from Outer Space. This is, from what I understand, a choose-your-own-adventure sci-fi alien type game. That's about all I know, so let's start a new game. Okay, we're going into the prologue. Cosmos Infinite Space. Dust of a passing comet glistens lazily in the light of 2 millisuns. Planets spin around their axis as if hypnotized by their own steady movement. You stand in the command area of your ship, staring to infinity. Live for these moments of peace and contemplation. The majesty of space affects you deeply. In these moments, you profoundly value the magnificence of space travel. Especially since most of your own troubles consist of you staring out at the inside of the cold sleep chamber. Check the command console. All systems are fine, course set. Time to go back home. Turn your back to the myriad of lights out there and go into the stasis chamber. Earn some sleep. Get cozy while your ship is preparing everything for your dreamless stasis. Reflect on the past few cycles and your successful mission. Save endangered animals, deliver unflavored nutrient paste, or destroy an enemy base. Now, I like the first one, saving animals. Of course, you are assigners above all. Foremost duty is to observe and document, not to intervene. When an ecosystem is as unique as the feathered meadows of Agoperi is in danger, can't stand by and do nothing. Erratic reef fires were threatening to destroy the planet's entire flora and fauna. No one could figure out the cause. Only thanks to the shape-shifting ability unique to your people that you were able to infiltrate the local population, managed to identify the cause of the fires. Turned out that a larger organization was ruthlessly exploiting the planet of their own short-term gain. But thanks to a series of events that included motivational speeches, persuasion, and a fistfight with a stone-wielding reptiloid, he managed to change the minds of those in charge. Algerians, with the exception of 6 million newly unemployed coral arsonists, will celebrate you as a hero. Take another sip of your ale, tree, and dream of peace and prosperity among the stars. Go to sleep. Yeah, we'll dream. Yeah, dreaming in healthy doses is okay. Knowledge creates understanding. Understanding is the prerequisite for the peaceful coexistence of all intelligent beings. This guiding principle drives the union of interstellar civilizations, on whose behalf you are traveling as an explorer. A 6-year mission. Regularly investigate cosmic phenomena, meet new beings, and bring the light of civilization to the darkest corners of the universe. Satisfied, you finish your cup of tea and lie down in your stasis chamber. Wake up in the darkness. It's cold. This is always the part of cold sleep that bothers you the most, waking up. But now that you think about it, this is also the part that bothers you about ordinary sleep. Best way to get rid of cold sleep hangovers is doing some stretches. While still in the capsule, you begin to expand your body to 4 times your regular shape, you're rapidly shrinking it again. After a few repetitions, you can track back to your standard form. Oh, that's definitely a form and a half. Okay, so I actually get to choose my body. Okay, probably gonna be here a while with this mushroom, alien, brain. It always looks like the aliens from, what's the game called? Destroy All Humans? Cloud, I like that one. Blob, and that's it. Yeah, I think I'll do Cloud. Eyes, simple, snail, Cyclops. Oh, there's cute ones. Multiple. I think we'll go for cute ones now. Lips, tentacle, or we could go for a Cthulhu type creature. Teeth. Oh my god, that one looks cute with that. Tongue. Yeah, I reckon that one. Okay, so we can have light. Oh, a little ribbon. Horns. Ooh, wings. That looks cool. Okay, that's empty. Okay. Yeah, let's go with wings. Yeah, I reckon that's it. Let's confirm. Ah, that's better. I still feel a little numb. Finally, you turn on the light and are immediately blinded. Instinctively, you squeeze your optic organs tightly shut. After a few minutes, you finally feel awake. You leave the cold chamber. You're surprised by what you see on the screen. You're expected to see the starbase of the Academy of Science. Instead, the monitor is filled with the view of a planet unknown to you. Its light bathes the command bridge in the most menacing of colors. Blue. Scary. Where at Earth, by the looks of it. Ah, Commander. It's the voice of the automated ship system. Or for short, ARS. I like that. Your ARS regrets having to interrupt your cold sleep. Oh man, this is going to make for some great conversations. But my protocols require that I consult the opinion of a biological intelligence in extraordinary situations such as this. You keep most of your eyes on the strange planet and head for the small built-in food dispenser on the bridge. What is it, us? Oh man, I'm gonna enjoy this. Why aren't we home yet? Onboard intelligence makes a few beeping and crackling noises before continuing, AI of clearing one's throat. I performed a slingshot maneuver near this planet to shorten our travel time. Since this celestial body has not yet been categorized, I made the usual measurements and came across something astonishing. There is an oxygen imbalance on the surface of this planet, signs of complex carbon reactions and unusual surface patterns. Us, get to the point. You get yourself some breakfast, Cruel. You're usually a bit grumpy without it. The point is, there is life on this planet. More than that, in my initial analysis, there we go, is correct, it is intelligent life. That's to be debated. Turn abruptly to face the ominous blue planet. Breakfast gruel slides out of its cup and splatters dramatically onto the floor. That's disturbing news. So boring, I just want to go home. That's incredible news. Feel the excitement rising inside of you. Rush over a completely new discovery. Foreign intelligent species? Contemplate the unknown world that fills your screen. Blue. Color of blood. Okay, maybe for you guys, but for us it's red. If we were bleeding blue blood, that'd be cause for concern. Okay, what wonders must it harbour? Want to know more? Yeah, let's study them from afar for now. Dan, protocols for discovering new species should have been adjusted ages ago. Us, we first need to leave orbit and get to a safe distance. Don't want to scare the locals. Might throw spears or nukes at us. Understood, Commander. Your ass is leaving orbit in order to conduct our remote study. That's when your ship is hit. Must be quite a spear, you think to yourself. Impact sweeps you off your feet, across the entire bridge. Now bright sparks and whole console flies straight out their sockets. Chorus of sirens comes to life and the bridge is bathed in a green light. Green alarm. The highest alert level. Something has gone terribly wrong. Us, what the Zarg is going on? Artificial intelligence and trust with whatever that word is, of different alarm signals for a tiny moment to answer you. An identified flying object has hit our starboard side. Due to the impact, there was significant system damage. 2 system collapses in approximately 600 seconds. Go team. Yeah, I'm assuming probably one of the many satellites that are orbiting Earth. All signals are back to full volume. You rush to the control console. Frantically wipe through the various warning messages that flash at you in aggressive turquoise. Finally you find the central control unit. Does not look good. Look at the various flashing menus, not sure what to do. Let's go with options. Ask what are my options. Collision destroyed the central energy core and several of the backup energy store units. Propulsion, communications, and sensor will fail in mere moments. Calculating proposals for further action. Warning signals are back again. Meanwhile, continue to look at different displays or try to calm down. Yeah, let's calm down. Don't panic, just don't panic. You're not alone. Have a highly developed, albeit extremely annoying artificial intelligence at your side. Swear to yourself you'll get out of this one if it's the last thing you do. Then you realize that if you don't get out of it, it will actually be the last thing you'll ever do. About to curse semantics when Us starts to speak again. Ship no longer has sufficient energy reserves to escape the gravitational pull of the planet. Uh-oh, it's getting closer. Emergency landing is inevitable. Initiating landing maneuvers. Please change into the necessary emergency shape. The ship jolts as Us corrects the course of your vehicle. The last available energy reserves to enable a semi-controlled landing. Stare at the main screen. The ominous blue colors of this nameless planet begins to fill the entire field of vision. You can see the land masses, weather formations, mountain ranges, and a lot of unyielding hard soil. You get ready for the emergency landing. The ship begins to shake violently around you as it enters the upper layers of the atmosphere. Try to remember lessons from your training for exactly these kinds of situations. Know that your natural ability to shapeshift is the key to surviving the crash. But how? By fork? On how many passenger flights have you stared at the safety brochures, made fun of the little pictograms? All you can remember right now is the stupid joke you made to your fellow traveler at the time. Should you form a robust armor to protect yourself from impact? Or is a series of gas bubbles on the surface of your skin so you can absorb the shock of the impact? Or should you spread yourself thin and widely so you don't get tossed around too much? Ooh, okay. What do we do? Yeah, let's go with bubbles. That seems like the safest. Try to cover your skin with layers of gas bubbles gas-filled bubbles that will absorb the shock of the impact by bursting. You can see that this could be quite painful. Then the ship hits the ground. Tire bridge bursts into flames and debris flies everywhere, as if it were hit by the fist of a higher power. Screens, consoles, and seat explode into a shower of tiny splinters. Machine parts and scrap metal are blasted in every direction that the three-dimensional universe allows. You yourself are thrown against the ceiling, the floor, and at least 3 walls in milliseconds before everything around you goes black. For the second time in this cycle, you wake up. How could you ever complain about a cold sleep hangover? This is 100 times worse. Every cell in your body hurts. Commander, how are you? As's voice is distorted, but clear enough to understand. At least one speaker seems to have survived the crash. Damn, what a shame. So much pain. Excellent. Best possible outcome occurred. Set sarcasm level to 0. Understood. Rephrasing. Best possible outcome has occurred. You groan in agony. Looks like the ship's computer took that as a challenge. Explanation. Your ability to feel pain indicates that you have not died or sustained critical damage to your central nervous system. That was the best possible outcome under the given circumstances. With some difficulty you managed to say, turn off optimism simulation. In the event of a catastrophic system failure, water piston values are automatically set to maximum. It cannot be altered. God damn it. Fine, let's get up. After a few minutes of self-pity, you get up. You're still hurting everywhere, but not lying on a pile of broken tech helps a little. Look around. You're standing ankle deep in debris of the cockpit and electronics. No screen, no control panel, nothing is in its intended place. Oop, didn't mean to skip through that. Drag your feet to a cushion. Flog knows where it came from originally and sit down. Saving progress. A crash site. Take a short breather, and the crucial question. Okay, Alice, what's next? Damage to the internal system is huge, but the good news is the assembly is still functional. Stay positive. This is good news indeed. You can construct spare parts with the help of the assembler. Given enough time and power supply, you can repair this ship or even build a completely new one. If you bolting and beeping sounds, Ask continues. What we need now is an energy source. Okay. The arse hums. Okay, where have we landed? What can you tell me about this area? Your arse has taken you as close to the energy source as was possible given the conditions. Grass height is covered with dense vegetation. Between here and the energy source, there is a small settlement of the indigenous civilization. Your ass has no information about the possible dangers. Be prepared for anything, Commander. Stay positive. This complicates matters. Between you and your way out of here, you now presume a horde of spear-wielding superstitious savages. But we got a lot more worse things than spears. Especially if you landed in America. Try to use your shape-shifting powers to hide yourself as best as you can among the local population. Yeah, where can I find an energy source? The arse has taken you as close to the energy source as was possible under the conditions. Here you should find sufficient power supply to allow the assembler to make all the necessary repairs. Yay! What kind of energy source is it? Already imagine a kind of steam turbine over a kettle or boiling water, or something similarly primitive. Actually, or apparently, a kind of hydroelectric power station. Damn, we can do it. Oh well, it could be worse. Yeah, what about a distress signal? Can we send a distress signal and wait? Coast Guard could pick us up safely and conveniently in a few cycles. Most importantly, don't have to go out into an unknown world full of potential killer parasites and locals who want to cut me open to find a sneaker of eternal life or whatever. Unfortunately, the ship's long-range communications were destroyed in the crash. However, the indigenous civilization had discovered radio waves. You can gain access to the radio station. You might be able to build a beyond light speed transmitter. Think of it as an alternative mission objective. Woohoo! Yeah, how can you help me? Survival equipment was destroyed in the crash. Fortunately, the assembler still has enough energy to produce a single piece of equipment. Keep a break containing organ eye. Look at the control panel of the assembly. What piece of technology could save your life in this stranger's worlds? A blaster, a scanner, or a medkit. I would probably a scanner, maybe. Knowledge is power. Like the power to tell a puddle of water from a pool of sulfuric acid before sticking a tentacle in. Here's this thought above all that can save you to get a high quality mobile sensor made for you. Commander, I have taken the liberty of producing a portable communicator with the last bit of energy available. This allows you to stay in touch with your ass while you're away from the ship. Ask can do tactical analysis for a safe distance and, with enough samples, decode the language of the locals. small skin pocket and slip in the communicator. Step out of the smoking wreckage of the spaceship onto the surface of this unknown planet. You can breathe in this air, but it's filled with strange smells. Local animals, temporarily silenced by the crash, begin to resume their nocturnal sounds. Not long now until this planet's bright star rises on the horizon. The crash site appears to be in an area of dense vegetation. Columnar plants, presumably mushrooms, rise from the ground all around you, branching upwards and covering with green lobes or needles. You're talking about the trees. Many of this nameless world stands bright in the sky. We can name the planet. Yeah, sure, let's name the planet. Realize that no one has ever named this planet. As the first visitor to this strange world, it is your task indeed, your privilege to name this discovery. Future generations may look at this spot in their star charts and remember you and your adventurous escape from this world. Or they'll remember that the planet was found in the records of a hapless stranded corpse. I name you. Oh my god, I can actually name it. What do I name it? Okay, yeah, this is the only creative thing I could come up with. Oceania Blood. Because they talked about their blood bleeding blue, so. Christen you Oceania Blood. Ask, please make an entry into the captain's log. In the black box, go team. Whatever, just make it official. Clear throat, continue in a solemn voice. In the name of the Union Interstellar Citizens, I christen this planet Oceania Blood. May the records show that I extend tentacles of peace and friendship to the inhabitants of Oceania Blood. Make that they may one day prove worthy of taking a place in the galactic society of civilized beings. As an emissary of the UIC, solemnly swear to bring the light of progress, freedom, and decency to these beings and to free them from their primitive and superstitious ways. Yeah, good luck with that. You're a little sublime. Whatever happens, your entry into the history disc are secured. Right, your ship's battery will not recharge itself. One last time, you take a longer look at your crashed vehicle. When you walk up resolutely out into the unknown world, you only return when your mission has been successful. A few minutes later, you return, after the house knows that you forgot the battery in the ship. But then you're on your way. Unknown flora, a dark night sky, the strange sounds of the local animals. Everything is a bit eerie. Suddenly you realize that you really are light years away from anything familiar or friendly. Armed with nothing but your skills and the equipment you carry, alone on this blue hell planet. Your ass comes to life. I still can't get over that. Please turn right here, Commander. We should be able to get a better overview of the surroundings here. Do as you're told, and after a few steps, you're standing at a gap in the vegetation that gives you a view of a slope. Valley stretches out before you in the twilight. Very good. We can plan our next course of action from here, Commander. See the hydroelectric power plant on your left. I can calculate our route mainly through the surrounding vegetation. We can charge the battery there, bring it back to the ship, and start the repair process. Damage is severe, but we should be able to leave the planet's orbit. It will take a bit longer to fix the ship just by ourselves. This routine leads us around the settlement center and, therefore, reduces our chances of encountering locals. On the horizon to your right, you can see a primitive radio wave transmitter tower. You can convert it into a beyond light speed transmitter in a few easy steps and send out a distress signal. This is potentially more likely to ensure our rescue, but the path to the transmitter runs right through the nesting area of the locals. Therefore, a confrontation with Oceania bloodlings is inevitable. Now, for the bad news. We can only pursue one of the two strategies. Flight plans I have lead me to the conclusion that we only have about 80 Norbels before there are no more ships in the area to receive our distress call. We'll pick up after we leave the planet's gravity pool. And your ass unfortunately has no information as to when ships will be traveling to this quadrant again soon, if at all. So we only have one shot at this rescue. Okay. Let's go to the dam, I guess. We can do the other stuff later. We cannot rely on the mere chance that a distress call will be received by anyone at all. That's why I think charging our energy cell and repairing the ship is the best course of action. More importantly, we should encounter fewer Oceania Blood things on this side of the valley. Take the route to the hydroelectric power station. Very well. I will collect detailed position data from our way back. You set off. Way down into the valley is deeper than you expected. You need to form additional sticky feet to keep your balance. Realize that you have to find a form appropriate to the planet. Till now, however, you haven't seen any of the local wildlife. Perhaps there are no large animals in this world. That's when it happens. Hear the beam before you see it. From in between the trunks, you hear a kind of gurgling, combination of sounds that you've never heard before in your life. Without a moment's hesitation, you throw yourself into the undergrowth and take on the color of the surroundings. Not a moment too soon. A grotesque creature appears in your field of vision. Biped with two strangely rigid tentacles, ending in unusual five-fingered extremities. Creature has a head with two eyes and, except for a few pieces of fur over the eyes and above the mouth opening, it's covered only with a pink, sickly skin. At least the part you can see. Large parts of the creature are wrapped in some kind of shell or clothing. Tool user, intelligent being. You see your first Oceania Bloodling. Seems to be looking for something. Ask, what does the creature want? Why is it yelling? I didn't mean to friggin' do that. Analyzing a foreign language is a massive challenge. Ciphering a novel phonetic system, meaning, grammar, and symbolism without reference material takes time. Not to mention linguistic nuances such as feeling, ambiguities, poetry, and humor. Even highly developed supercomputers need an eternity for this, sometimes even several minutes. Your ass has extrapolated a temporary translation matrix from existing language patterns. Activate interpreter mode. About time. In your ear, ass filters out the creature's incomprehensible roar, and simultaneously places it with a translated version. Fifi, where are you? Come here, boy. Translation does not seem to work perfectly just yet. And anyway, what is a Fifi? Oh, look at the puppy! Oh, look at him. This thought occurs to you, you hear something rustling in bushes behind you. Turn around and stare into the eyes of a furry, four-legged creature that sniffs at you with interest. You're in a collar. This could be Fifi, companion of the Oceania Bloodling. I'm not gonna scare the creature. Let's analyze it. You get not to disturb the being, you pull out your scanner and perform a quick analysis. Creature is a predator, but its genetic makeup indicates breeding. A pet. Many primitive societies maintain similar forms of symbiotic relationships. Creature in front of you seems to be in perfect health, except for a few foreign bodies between its teeth and in its stomach. Fine chunks of man-made fibers and materials. Jewels are also found in the Oceania Bloodling's footwear. Strange. Of course, wouldn't be a dog without it wanting to chew up its shoes. Damn, what now? Fifi's lip curls upwards, revealing his teeth. His tail begins to wag. Obviously, he's preparing for an attack. To defend yourself, you grab a branch lying in the bushes next to you. It's not gonna go where you think it's gonna go. But the only thing only makes things worse. If it jumps up and down, it makes loud yelping noises. Oceania Bloodling hears the sound and appears to be approaching you. Fifi, where are you, my boy? With all your might, you throw the branch far away from you, hoping to make a noise that will distract the Oceania Bloodling. Long enough for you to deal with Fifi. And he goes chases it. Oh, he's cute. It's all completely different from what you expected. At amazing speed, Fifi runs after the stick and disappears into the undergrowth. You act almost instinctively. As quick as you can you imitate Fifi's form. The process is exhausting, but you are convinced you have done a good job. No one should notice the difference. Not a second too soon. Bushes part and the Oceania Bloodling's head appears above you. Okay, you're kinda scary looking. Fifi, where have you been hiding, laddie? The figure of the Oceania Bloodling bends down towards you. Come on, the sun is about to rise. It's time to head home. The Oceania Bloodling takes a few steps forward before turning and looking at you. Come on, grub grub. Decide to follow. Earlier yesterday you were traveling among the stars on a special mission. Today you are walking next to a barbarian on an unknown planet disguised as a pet. None of this was mentioned in your horoscope, which is why you were seriously considering cancelling the subscription. Good to know that you guys are also into your horoscopes. Ultimately, your disguise is a deception to allow you to get to the reservoir dam, possibly pick up some basic information about the Oceania Bloodling culture. Let's check out the human. Barbarian is about the same size as your standard form. Wears badly camouflaged clothing with a metal tube that is probably a weapon. Probably some kind of blowgun. So the task of this Oceania Bloodling seems to be to patrol the forest and keep dangers away from the settlement. The task of his companion is presumably to support him with fine sensors. Or to serve as a snack in an emergency. No, we are not eating the dog. You hope it doesn't come to that. Thoughts are interrupted by the voice of the Oceania Bloodling. Oops. Hi. As you know, Fifi, we're looking for old Berta. And yes, I know we've been looking for her for several years now, ever since she tore up my leg. Look over to the Oceania Bloodling. It has 2 healthy legs. Presumably they grow back in this species. No, they don't. The Oceania Bloodling continues. I swore to hunt down this beast if it was the last thing I do. Pauses to clench his fist and shake it in an indeterminate direction. The first reaction is this declaration of war. It's non-existent. After the Oceania Bloodling has satisfied his shaking needs, he continues walking and talking. Today is the big village fair. No, we haven't had any luck in our last few hundred hunts and couldn't track Berta down. But if only we could do it tonight, be the star of the evening. Dreamy smile spreads across the barbarian's face. Maybe I'll finally get a kiss from the innkeeper. The Oceania Bloodling companion continues to... Now, what is beside you? Use the moment to discuss the information you have gathered with us. What do you think of this Berta hunt, us? Evidently, this is a primitive warrior culture. The Oceania Bloodling succeeds in killing his prey. His rewards will be fame and a state-supplied reproductive partner. Should we help him hunt? What do you hope to achieve? We want to spend as little time as possible on this planet. Yeah, but if the Oceania Bloodling is a celebrated hunting hero, will that open some doors for him? Someone who looks like him? Ah. For example, the door to the generator. Okay, I am following. Yeah, keep an eye out for Berta. Turn your attention back to the Oceania Bloodling, only to find that he's nailed a bag of groceries to a tree. Old creature. Bag full of Fifi's snacks, so the Dorku tracks down old Berta first. Seems a bit haunted by the whole thing. Fine, if you can find Berta, you'll be closer to your goals, so let's go. It would be really helpful to know what Berta looks like. Okay, ask him about the area, expand your field of vision, examine the environment with your scanner. Ooh, we can do that. Fortunately, you don't know how Fifi species signals to the Oceania Bloodlings that it has found something. Improvised by crouching and rolling headfirst into the underground. The Oceania Bloodling looks at Fifi with an unreadable facial expression. For the time being, you assume that you've done everything right. But you should secretly take out your scanner. Bring it with you and check the surroundings for signs of life. The whole display lights up. Of course, you're surrounded by life forms after all. You're in a forest. What did you think would happen? Why did you feel your senses, looking for something that could be a Berta? There, what's that? A new life form on your scanner. Creature that does not belong here. Sensors notice another shapeshifter. Excitement shoots through your body. Another shapeshifter? Signal is clear, but weak. What does this mean? Okay, try to amplify the signal. The signal is too weak to make out anything more precise. Damn it. There must be a way to get more details. Feel some more with the settings on your scanner. There, this button should boost the scanning performance. You're absolutely certain. Confidently, you press the button, clearly marked System Restart. When your scanner is ready to use again after a few minutes, you can't find the shapeshifter data signal again. Kick a tree in frustration. Behind you, the Oceania Bloodling emerges from the bushes. Go on, Fifi. It's probably not going to work out with Berta today. Been a long night. Time to go home. These words, he puts the collar on you and gently pulls you after him. The Oceania Bloodling's hut is tucked away somewhere deep in the forest. You're beginning to have doubts about your interpretation of the Oceania Bloodling as a noble warrior. Watching more and more the people from the Tarian Hyper-Lipa colony. The lens is made of wood and is overgrown with greenish mush and algae. Apart from the dusty road, there seems to be no connection to the rest of the Oceania Bloodling community. Almost as if no one wants to be in contact with Oceania Bloodling, or as if the Oceania Bloodling wants to avoid others. The Oceania Bloodling drags you inside its dwelling. The entire living room is made of dark wood, which creaks ominously under the steps of the Oceania Bloodling. Eyes have to get used to the semi-darkness of the building, which is lit only by a smouldering fireplace. When you can finally take in your surroundings, the first thing you can make out is a skull. Wonder whether it once belonged to a large insect on this planet, two large branched antennae growing out of the skull bone. Oh, must be like a deer or an elk or something. Then you see another skull, and another. Everywhere you look, skulls of different shapes. Orbit trophies of slain creatures cover almost the entire wall space. Gaze wanders to a chandelier in the ceiling of the room. It too is made from the same bony antenna, and it protrudes from these animal heads. You can make out more and more creatures on the wall and T-wall. Slain creatures were preserved by some primitive method, and now frozen in lifelike postures. Oh, I didn't mean to skip past that one. Yeah, let's say that we're afraid of the Oceania Bloodling. Creature that routinely kills other creatures, drags the carcasses into its living space, and then furnishes them into decorative elements. What if this creature finds out you yourself are an exotic creature of high exhibition value? Knees go weak at the thought. Have you seen too many hollow horror films? knows there's always a group of friends who decide to spend their vacation in some remote living dome on a backwoods planet, going to be attacked by ancient killer robots or mutants, or giant quaplings. The situation feels the same. Larbank snaps you out of your thought regarding the interior design. Oceania Blood is drawn to one of the seats and stares at a strange empty space in the wall. Enough room for a particularly large trophy. You can also see some bullet holes there. Must have been the source of the bag. The Oceania Bloodling stares moodily at the fresh crater in the wood as he strikes his still smoking weapon. That's where she's gonna go, old birder. One day that's where she'll go. One day, precisely there. The gaze wanders through the apartment and stops on you. What are you looking at, huh? I hear your silent approach, Fifi. Oceania Bloodling gets up. You would never slay birder, Rudolph. Of course you don't say it, but I can see you think it. I see it in your eyes. You can see the mockery. Right now, the Oceania Bloodling, Rudolph, has gone completely out of his chair and is moving towards you. Whatever that word is, only with his weapon. Maybe we'll hunt down something even better than Berta. Then our family will show everyone. Realize that the best time to escape was 5 minutes ago. Let's de-escalate the situation. I really need some ideas right now to stop this Oceania Bloodling from doing something stupid. Do something cute. Creatures with companion species love cute things. Be as adorable as possible. Cuteness. With all the might of your professional shapeshifter training, you channel concentrate cuteness into the Oceania Bloodling. Wag tail and yip, throw yourself on your back and pull out your chaps. Make big eyes and quiet whimpering sounds. Let's make big eyes. Eyes. Science species often found big eyes cute. Lie flat on the floor and stare Rudolph out of his big, dark eyes. He starts to vibrate softly and soothingly. Bigger and darker eyes are usually perceived as cute, you remember. Slowly, you let your eyes swell until they take up more than half the head of Fifi's form. Dilate the pupils until they're completely black. Vibrations shake the floor so much that one of the stuffed animals falls off the edge of the table. He's going to be very concerned about this. Rudolph pauses. Stares at you with narrowed eyes. Are you really fluffy, Fifi? She quickly snaps back to Fifi's regular body shape. Rudolph rubs his eye in confusion. I really needed to start spending all night hunting. Starting to hallucinate. This person need to shake uncontrollably in relief. That was close. Did you hear barking from outside? Oh no. Through the window of the hut you can see the real Fifi joyfully jumping up and down. Rudolph's eyes slowly move from the real Fifi to you and back again. Damn it. Basic maneuvers. Credibility has been irreversibly lost. Better vamoose. Quick commander. Into the air vents. Look around frantically. The house has no air vents. Possible. Check again. Oh, the fireplace. There. Let's jump into the fireplace. What could possibly go wrong? A big leap, you catapult yourself towards the fireplace. Behind you, a bullet smashes into the ground. Escape by courageously jumping into the still growing remains of the fireplace. Pain is easily in the top 5 of today, but it's not even lunchtime yet. Yeah, throw a handful of coals in his direction. Most of the beings who have mastered interstellar travel actually know that fire is hot and painful. But here you are, proving otherwise, by picking up a large load of falling coals from the fireplace and throwing them in the direction of the hunter. He puts his arms in front of his face and gives you valuable seconds to make your next move. We're not going to attack, we'll escape through the window. And if only we had our blaster, we could have used it. We're trying to think. jump right through the window behind you. Fortunately, however, you still have enough time to feel pain. As you run into the forest and out the hunter's reach, keep having to pick shards of glass from various organs. That was a disaster. Time to move on to the dam. Okay, man, that was eventful. Back to the forest. The forest around here gets darker and denser. With every step you put between yourself and Rudolph's hut, you feel better. Kinda was too close for your taste. Much too close. On the way back, we'll bypass the cabin, okay? Your ass can see an alternate route, but it would require up to 7 minutes of additional walking. I'm willing to make the sacrifice. A small clearing, you take a short break. Maybe it's time to get rid of Fifi's form and change it into Rudolph. Shapeshifting is a complicated process, at least if you want to do it right. Fortunately, the ability to change shape is not automatically linked to a photographic memory. Each being is made up of hundreds of tiny little details that are unconsciously preserved by other members of the species. This is why shapeshifting needs a lot of practice. One needs to be close to the target organism to successfully mimic it. But desperate situations require desperate measures. Try your luck. Play stretches and stretches, and within a few seconds, you'll take on the rough form of the hunter. The Xerx is in the details. Okay, try very hard to remember. A few attempts, you form a small stalk eye with which you can view your body from a little distance. Something is still wrong. Are you sure the Oceania Bloodlings had that many fingers, Commander? No, actually, not sure. Besides, I can't close my mouth properly. Facial hair would need to be placed outside the lip. But then it blocks the view. Maybe your eyes were about the nose, not below. All 4 of them? Next time you see Oceania Bloodling, you need to be more attentive. Frustrated, you give up and move back to Fifi's form. At least you know it well enough not to stand out. Just as you melt back into Fifi's form, you hear a crackle in the undergrowth. Head jerks towards the source of the sound. There. Was completely hidden by the foliage, a dark shadow. Yeah, let's confront it. I don't think it would be Rudolph, because he would have just immediately shot us. But that wasn't him. Everything inside you is screaming to escape, trying to the wooden hide. What new horror will this blue hell planet spit out for you next? But you've had enough of running away. Going to face the monsters of this world. Let's talk to it, because we don't have anything to attack in this, so... Either dealing with a predator, in which case you can still run, or it's another Oceania Bloodling, like Rudolph. But whoever or whatever is watching right now saw you shapeshift. Now there is no reason to play hard anymore. Us, open up all breathing frequencies. That works only for radio communication, not for spoken communication. With short steps here, straight for the shadows. I am your new god. Yeah, I come in peace, I swear. Clear through over the course of your career, you probably use this speech more often than words please and thank you. I'll simultaneously translate your speech into Oceania Bloodish as you begin. Don't be afraid, I am a traveller from the stars. On behalf of the Union of Civilized Intelligence, extend the tentacle of peace and cooperation to the inhabitants of this planet. Then you nervously wait to be jumped at by a strange predator. Because let's face it, today is such a day. What happens instead rouse you more than any monster in the world could? Oh fuck, wow. Speech always sounds super weird when you hear it from others. Voice from the bush replies in your native language. Oh, hi. You look interesting. Strange creature emerges from the undergrowth. Some of its body parts you've seen fawn the other Oceania Blood inhabitants. Maybe not the exact combination. Then the other creature begins to speak. Sorry, didn't mean to startle you, but you have no idea how happy I am to see you. Finally, another UCI fellow citizen. You're almost speechless with surprise. Almost. Ooh, what? Oh, sorry, how rude of me. My name is Bodo. I was a UCI star cardiographer, but it smokes a little. But the locals here call me Wapeltinga. I'm something of a legend around here. I speak your language, I'll believe you. Why do you have this shape? The eye of Bodo intently. It is a particularly inconspicuous form from this planet. Should I copy it? But no, quite the opposite. The shape is so striking that local legends have already formed around me. Don't do that. You're confused. Then why don't you change into something more appropriate? The other creature looks to the side, a little embarrassed. I can't. But why? You know that commercial jingle for the Crossler Court's breakfast scroll, right? Which in vitamin 5 to fuel your day. Yes, vitamin 5. As you know, it's extremely important to us shapeshifters. We can absorb it through food. Last gesture, the creature points to the surrounding plants. Most of this is edible to us, but stupidly, vitamin 5 does not exist in this world. The biggest symptom of vitamin 5 deficiency is, you guessed it, the ability to change shape. The other deficiency symptoms, by the way, are ringing in the ears, headaches, and massive constipation. Yeah, didn't really need to know that. This is more than you needed to know. Does this mean I'm saved? No. Start to be hopeful again. Wait, if you landed on this planet too, can you help me get out of here? Do you have a ship or contact with headquarters? Bodo hangs his head. That's what I was going to ask you. Fortunately, I am stranded here. Ship was irreparably damaged in the crash. Been waiting for a chance to get away from here for years. I saw you go down near here tonight, and I was hoping maybe you had a distress beacon, or your ship wasn't so badly damaged. Sadly, yeah, that would have been too good to be true. Can you help me? Can you help me get out of here? Very hard to ask at the same time. Bodo looks at you in despair. Please, I've been stuck here for so long. I want to get back to your civilization. Miss off beds and infrasonic showers. Body my white box and toilets. The floor got missed the toilets. Ship was also badly damaged in the crash, but the assembler still works. It's right on way to the hydroelectric plant. I asked Saul during the crash. Let me charge my battery and we'll both get out of here. Bodo nods eagerly. No problem. I know the way. Just follow me. Follow Bodo through Oceania Blood jungle. The other shapeshifter knows his way around the area. You make quick progress. While you're on the way, Bodo tells you a few anecdotes about his time on this world. Bodo has walked ahead a bit, the last part of the way, and is now standing in front of a small bush. Frantically waves you over to him. Hey, I have something important for you here, but stay down. With one of the limbs, he pushes aside the vegetation and reveals a small group of Oceania bloodlings. Creature lives in an improvised-looking settlement, consisting of tents and seemingly mobile housing units. Compared to the hunter, their clothes look much more colourful, but also dirtier. You notice the extremely long hair of most of the members of this group. Several animals of Fifi species also appear to live in the camp. These people belong to a social splinter group called Hippies. Bodo chuckles to himself. I also believe in big-headed aliens and flying discs. That is bonkers. These people, I tell you, if I had anything left to actually prove them I'm an alien, and not just a talking bunny with antlers, those idiots would do anything for me. Mine wanders for a moment, then he focuses on you again. But no one wants to be the king of their dung heap. Brought you here so you can choose one of the humans to copy. Human? Human, yeah, that's what they call themselves. You like Ocean Bloodling better. Bodo points to the Oceania Bloodling with brown head hair held back in a headband. Take that one. He looks like most presentable by human standards. Good. And we're yeah, going full hippie in this. Actually, the bloodling shape is unfamiliar to you. I wonder how these creatures manage to move with only 2 legs. And this much gravity. Probably takes weeks for their larvae to master this trick. Try a couple of years. The dirt road you have to go up isn't exactly beginner friendly either. Keep walking, but it takes you quite a bit of effort. Bodo hops happily in front of you and can hardly contain his excitement. Can't blame him. After all, he finally has a chance to escape these people. These creatures call themselves humans. What's the name of their planet in their language? No, they call it Earth. Term in some of their languages means soil or ground. The moon is just called moon. So weird. Let me guess, the star is called star? You'd think so, but it's actually called the sun. Okay, I'll ask Bodo about humans. So I had to take the opportunity to learn more about the Oceania Bloodlings. What else can you tell me about these creatures? What do I need to know? Oh, where to start? People are extremely obsessed with appearances. For example, an incredible amount of fuss is made around species propagation. Half will have some kind of elongated trunk, presumably for laying eggs. I think I know what the quote-unquote trunk is. It's not exactly eggs, but sperm. Trunk is traditionally worn underneath the clothing, but usually they still kind of recognize who has one and who doesn't. It's super rude to mistake a non-trunk wearer for one and vice versa. Then apparently there are different tribes finding each other. Sometimes they wear talismans such as skulls, drinking vessels, or shirts, which are marked with the symbols and names of heroes of their mythology. Let me guess, Marvel and DC? Different tribes seem to hate each other to the core, which is odd because their rituals seem to be the same. Yeah, probably don't tell that to them, because, fans of said media can get very touchy. Ceremonies involve ritual drinking of beer. Oh no, you're not talking about like Star Wars fans and stuff. You're talking about sports people who are just as bad. Meeting in huge gathering places on certain days of the week. As far as I understand, they call this the associated religion ball of feet. Yeah, you mean football. All quite strange. When you're talking, you reach the entrance of the hydroelectric power plant. Here you go on your own. Good luck, buddy. You're not coming? I sure could use your help in there. Now, I do more harm than good. As I said, my form is the opposite of inconspicuous, and, well, I can't get out of it. You have to do it without me, mate. Hey, can you give me any advice? Do you have any more advice for dealing with humans? Bodo thinks for a moment. There's this ritual when initiating mating where they ram their mouth tentacles into the face opening of their counterpart. Get stuck at any point? Try that. Yeah, sure, that'll go over well. Somehow that raises more questions for you than answers. Okay, let's go in. Drive at a grey and flat road. Soon this road turns off to the dam. One side of the dam you see a huge lake. On the other side there's an abyss leading about 50 propellers into the depth. Roar the artificial waterfall is loud, but not unpleasant. Turn to Bodo, who is already hiding in the vegetation. From here you're on your own. You can do it. Save us both from this filthy planet. Decide to walk up to the ground of the facility. Okay, ass, what's the plan? If this facility works as expected, there will be a transformer on site that will feed the power generated into the planet's energy network. We'll need access to this transformer, connect it, and charge our battery. After that, we're ready to go back to the ship. Wait, if there's an energy grid, why don't we connect to the battery to it? Some house with electrical outlet, or whatever the local version is called. We could do that, but the charging process would take much longer. We're talking weeks, maybe months. Only in this place is there enough power at once to charge the battery quickly. Get back to the ship and start the repair process, and then get us out of the planet's gravity well. You analyze the environment. Okay, let's look at the power lines. Energy generated there has to be transported away somewhere. Maybe we can get into that energy feed. Oh, God damn it, I don't mean to keep on clicking that. Yeah, let's look at the lake. Look at the reservoir. When was the last time you went for a proper swim? Only think back to the ocean at that place. Vast, beautiful expanse of water. Fortunately, you were there on business at the time and didn't have time for a swim. But you'd really like to go back there. Your business back then was to make first contact with the local civilization. Us had trouble synthesizing their language. This is why you greeted the president with, "Want to eat your husband's brains," instead of your usual, "I come in peace." Turned out to be a very unpleasant dinner reception for all involved. Come to think of it, maybe you won't return after all. This brings you back to the present. This lake serves as a reservoir for the generator. Somewhere below the surface is a whatever that word is, that dries water through a turbine to generate electricity. Here, keep looking around and look at the dam. Expect the construction. Pretty impressive. Frankly, too impressive. How could these primitive savages who have not even managed to break the light barrier build such a complex structure? The only explanation you can think of is that they must have had visits from star travelers in the past to help them do this. And you should see the pyramids then. Actual generator must be in this wall. I'll snap you out of your thoughts. Can we connect the battery right there? Yes, but that will be easy to get there. Look down towards the road leading over the dam, where you can see a small sign. Ours begins to decipher the characters. Hydraulic power plant sightseeing tours. Every day at a time. Looks like a way to get closer to the important infrastructure. Yes, but you would definitely be seen by Oceania Blood links in the process. You had to shake them off, of course. Again, way here. Did you read my thoughts? I've known you long enough to anticipate certain things. Sometimes you're a bit afraid of your AI. We have a whole movie franchise about that, but anyway, there's really no need for that, Commander. You keep looking around and scan the area. Time to take a close look at all this. Scan the area and ask brothers of some technical data. If I interpret the data correctly, we should not connect our battery directly to the generator. The machine does not produce enough power to charge our battery quickly enough. We should go to the transformer instead. That way we can also access the rest of the high-performance network, which would speed up the charging process. According to the data, there's a gap in the surveillance system, mapping out a way for you to get past the maintenance staff unnoticed. Ow, my ears. Put a shoes up on your scanner. He is in his hiding place near the entrance to the facility, but for some reason with a large rock in his hand. The scanner also detects a Cold 1 locator chip in his neck. They're usually only implanted into felons, aren't they? Why would... Oh. The tips are played into criminals to make them easier to identify, located in the event of an escape. Two problems that are more challenging for a society of shapeshifters than for civilizations of monoforms. What has Bodo done? He asked hesitantly. Fortunately, I can't tell you. The chip seems to have been damaged, but it was a Class 3 felony, so something along the lines of murder, treason, or violation of Quasar Corp's copyrights. Hopefully it's maybe that last one. House pauses for a small moment before adding, Commander, whatever Bodo has been up to, it can't be in his best interest to return to civilization. Presumably he wants to use our ship to manufacture equipment and weapons, or to escape to unmapped regions. Either way, he is not likely to support our rescue attempt. On the contrary, I'm afraid he is going to stab us in the back sooner or later. Yeah, we're being betrayed. Called a different so country. No us seemed too good anyway to come across a friendly face in this hostile place. No matter, Bodo is just another obstacle. In the end, I will overcome him too. Okay, turn left in 100 quarter pels. Duck under the camera here. Now please melt through the fence. Excellent. You reached your destination. On this place, several power cables leads up towards a pole, and then spreads across some more poles that are further away in the distance. Feel the static crackle of electricity all around you. I'm going to show you instructions that will help you connect the battery to the system. Please try not to accidentally close the circuit and vaporize yourself. You have 6 tries left. Oh god, we got puzzles. What do I do with this? Okay, let's scan it. Okay, so yeah. We got those 5 right. 4 question mark and 9 wrong. Okay, so those 2 are wrong. And I got 2 wrong. Here we go. Okay, I think it was that one. Okay, there we go. Got those 2. And that one. There we go. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to work, but... Well, I got a couple of achievements for that. Charging process completed. Voice unknown to you announcers. Voice control the battery. That was easy. I didn't think it would be that fast. Is it because you chose the scanner at the beginning of your mission? A medikit or a blaster, this part of our journey would have been much, much exhausting. Oh, okay. So, good thing we actually did choose the scanner. I made exactly the right decision. Well, I can try the other option next time. You mean if you crash again? There's always a next time. Yeah, well, apparently this game has multiple endings, so... I mean, it is a choose-your-own-adventure thing, so of course there'd be multiple endings. Okay, return from the dam. Freshly charged battery tucked into the fold of your skin, and humming happily, you leave the dam behind. Really exhausting, but you actually made it. Phew. Commander, before we go on, I need to know how you want to proceed with Bodo. I mean, the fact that Bodo is probably a fugitive criminal and is probably waiting to drive a dagger into my back as soon as we connected the battery to the ship and made the repairs. Yes, I know I don't always let it show, but I would still be upset to lose you as a pilot. Oh, ass. We can leave him behind. Okay, let's confront him. Weighing your options. I think the best course of action is to approach Bodo directly. Maybe this is all a huge misunderstanding that we can clear up. What if he attacks you, Commander? That's possible, but at least we will know where we stand. Besides, he can no longer change his shape, but I can. Alright then, let's do it that way. But don't tell him you've scanned him yet. With that, you go to the place where you left Bodo. A tribe of various Oceania Blood animals jumps out of the undergrowth in front of you. Oh, hi, mate. Did it all work out okay? Did you have the battery? Bodo, I have a few questions for you. Tilts his head. Sure, what do you want to know? I might be best to ask directly. Shoot, direct is best. Bodo smiles at you encouragingly. You take a deep breath. Bodo, I know you're hiding something from me. Are you a fugitive criminal? Smile lingers on Bodo's face, but all friendliness fades. Makes it a snickle grin with bad teeth. Huh, you're quite a bright little fellow. And suspicious by nature, aren't you? I guess now all is futile. Why are you here? What did you do? Bodo stares at you intently. You won't believe me anyway. Try me. I don't like how crazy your look has gone. Alright then, store a freighter full of vaccines against Rhino fever. Why? Did you sell them to the highest bidder? No, I dropped them over Gillis 3. Did you know the ruling family has been embargoed? That's not really the people's fault. Anyway, no one was hurt, but they wanted to make an example of me. I often agree with the unit's harsh attitude towards Gillis 3, but it was brave to do something like that. Sure, let's believe him. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. A long silent moment passes between you. Try to engage what he's thinking, but his whiskered face is unreadable to you. Still not quite sure if he is telling the truth, but at least he doesn't seem to pose a threat. At least not yet. And he really seems to want to get out of here. Alright, I'm gonna help you escape from here. Suddenly, a cascade of complaints sound from Arthur's inner speaker. Bodo, however, breathes a visible sign of relief. Thank you, you won't regret it. Now, let's get out of here. Silently, quickly, you make your way back to the ship. Despite Bodo's knowledge of these mountains and jungles, it is evening before you make it back to the crash site. Companion's mood becomes more euphoric with each step. What's the first thing you'll do when you get back to civilization? I'll have a nice long infrasonic shower. Hang on, no. breakfast gruel. So much breakfast gruel. Oh, a real good bed. Oh, why don't I just push the bed into the shower and then eat my gruel during the shower? No, I shower in the gruel. Yeah, man, that's the... Put it in trust yourself. Guys, load the exchanges at some healthy blue for pleasant pink hues. It has already grown dark on your side of the treetops. Dark, except for the flashlights that roam through the undergrowth just ahead of you. You unmistakably hear Oceania Blood voices. Fuck. Oh, by Flork, what now? You mutter to yourself. Keep moving to complete silence now. Soon reach the place where you and your ship came down earlier today. Hide beneath the bush and look at the crash site. It's completely overrun by Oceania bloodlings. Well, maybe we should have hidden our ship. I know there was an option for it, but I chose to name the planet. Crash site is completely overrun. You see a makeshift barricade, several vehicles and 2 tents. There are Oceania bloodlings scurrying around everywhere. Some wearing protective gear, other uniforms and weapons, others suits and face masks. Those little curious locals are working around the wreckage. Some are hauling armfuls of technology into adjacent tents. Damn, why didn't you bother to hide the crash site? Starting feels funny and you're getting dizzy. For a moment you want to lean into the approaching panic attack, but at the last moment you pull yourself together. Time for some answers. Ask, when exactly were you going to inform me that the Oceania bloodlings found a crash site? Silence. Damn, those barbarians already looted the computer... the computer core. Who found the crash site? Oceania bloodlings. I see about 50 of them, maybe more. Right now, in this very moment? Yeah, weren't you awake? My short-range sensors must have been compromised without me noticing. Restart, please. Restart. Oh, Florg, they're inside of me. They're everywhere. Make them go away, Commander. Yuck, 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 yuck. Calm us. You know, it seems to be us turn for a panic attack. AI in panic can be a danger onto itself and others. That's why you try to remove your digital psych 101 class. Or they plug their Oceania blood computer somewhere. I could catch all sorts of viruses. Or if they lick my circuits before I can't even think about it. Us, calm down. Not in the history of it, anything has ever calmed down because someone uttered the words calm down. First Simpson. May I? Us, open direct command console. Run command, calm your ass.exe. Oh my god, I can't believe I actually have an executable like that. Oh my god, I fucking love it. Command executed. I am calm. Look at Bodo in surprise. I had no idea you knew stuff about AIs. He shrugged his shoulder briefly. Come on, we have to get rid of the human being somehow. You're not in agreement. Do you have any ideas yet? Right, here's my suggestion. We split up. One of us organizes a diversion while the other advances into the ship, stores the battery and starts the repair. Sounds good so far. Okay, the only question now is who does what. Well, obviously I installed the battery because you're definitely a distraction enough, so I'll install the battery safely. I know my ass better than I know my own behind, so it's only logical for me to do the repair. Alright, but only one condition. Give me your communicator. Going to have to coordinate. When you're in the ship, we can talk via the onboard communicators. Sure, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Be nice to him, will you? You say to us. With smacking around, you pull your communicator out of the fold of your body. Where you put it this morning. Sorry about all the juices. Slightly embarrassed, you hand over the still warm dropping device to Bodo, who takes it hesitantly. Ew. Do you have anything else that might be helpful to me? Any pieces of equipment? Tries to wipe the mucus off his fur, unsuccessfully. Better my diversion, the better our chances of success, you understand. Oh, do we really give him our scanner? Okay, fine, let's give him our scanner. What could possibly go wrong? He already has a communicator, so... I only have this scanner. Not the best weapon, I'm afraid. But his eyes narrow. You have a scanner? Why didn't you tell me you had a scanner? What did you examine with it? You didn't scanning me? I know you don't want a criminal. I know you want a criminal. Not a lovable scoundrel, even if you want to believe that, but a criminal. Your chip. Who chokes so. Okay, fine, I get it. The stupid chip. I had no idea you had a scanner with you. Fine, that's how it is. Suddenly he attacks you. Maybe we shouldn't have told him about the scanner. Whoops. Full force and more power than you expected, its petite form crashes against your chest. Your creature pulls you to the ground. Sharp claws bore into your flesh, right near the place behind where you get the battery. Form a tentacle, I guess. Especially you try to fight a Bodo with your hands and feet. Tentacle shoots out of your side, which you can use to grab his little body, but only after he's given you some deep and nasty wounds. Yank your attacker off you and slam into a nearby tree a few times. Then you increase the pressure of your grip. Your Bodo completely under your control now. Cries out in rage and frustration. Got him. You need to ensure that he's no longer a danger to you. Take him out. Please don't. The prisoner squeezes out. Commander, if you let him go, he'll stab us in the back with a probability of 97.3%. Didn't mass 4 times. Please, let me live. Think wine urges you. Yeah, no, fuck you. I don't believe your cute little eyes. Kind is a secret that no outsider may ever know about. Hidden somewhere in the body of a shapeshifter is a nerve cluster that, when pressed, undoes all transformations. You can feel Buddha's nerve cluster as you grip right now. Increase the pressure. Toggles more and more against you, more desperate then it stops. Some Buddha's figure seems to melt. All outer organs that hold his figure in shape relax at the same time. Like a balloon filled with lubricating oil, it glides feebly through your fingers and hits the ground with a juicy splat. Ew. Stare at the puddle at your feet. Bodo's eyes sluggishly glide over the surface of the amorphous blob. Try to focus on you. Consider an effort his lips form. The word is not cool. A healthier shapeshifter, this state would only last a few moments. Tua can muster enough willpower to take on a new form. Bodo, however, lost the ability to shapeshift some time ago. Without help, he'll remain trapped in this form. Serves him right. Weirdly, you stare at the puddle of Bodo, which is just beginning to crawl away from you with some considerable effort. Looks pathetic. Almost pathetic enough to make you forget that he wanted to kill you just moments ago. Almost. Good luck with your life as a slug, Bodo. I have the first breakfast school after my return to in memory of you. Then you turn away. Now, how are we gonna get to our ship? Oh, the FBI! Oh no. Carefully hide Bodo's blob in a bush. It will be a while before you can move again. Tune out his quietly bubbling protest and focus on the task ahead. Okay, let's eavesdrop, I guess, first before we head directly to our ship. Acquire more information. Ask, can you tap into their communication system or something? Need to know how many military secrets the Oceania Bloodlings have already stolen. Other tents seem to house the command staff. Please wait. I'm trying to listen in on their conversation. Several Oceania Bloodling voices coming through your communicator. I can therefore say with certainty the flying object is clearly not of terrestrial origin. They are definitely aliens. Okay, thanks for stating the obvious. Right, what do we know? Well, the residents have described a very disturbing encounter. According to his description, his dog was replaced by a shapeshifter. Uh-oh. If only we had taken him out, then we wouldn't have any witnesses. But we've issued instructions to all staff to be accompanied at all times, and to never let their partner out of their sight. A buddy system. That's good enough for school field trips, it's good enough for us. At this point, the voices stop. Sorry, Commander. Without access to an amplifier, I can't keep this up. Okay, yeah, well, I think we've heard enough. Gained some vital information about the situation. Hopefully you can use it to your advantage. Now's the time to act. This is a possible direction, Commander. First you must cross the outer guard perimeter. After that, you have to get into the tent unnoticed. Lastly, you need to clear the ship and connect the battery to start the self-repair. Take me a few moments before I can boot up an anti-intrusion measures. Only then will we be safe. First challenge is the patrolling guards. They won't notice you where you are right now, but they will as soon as you leave the bushes. They patrol in pairs. It's likely that their route passes close enough to your hiding place that you'll be able to copy them. Also, there is an improvised checkpoint not far from you. Here, an armed security guard is currently checking any incoming vehicles. Let's copy the patrolling guards, I guess. Don't have to wait long for an opportunity. Two guards patrolling right past your hiding. You study the peculiarities of the uniforms and equipment, and within moments you recreate a convincing copy. Commander, individual guards will cause suspicion. You need a partner. That's true. How are you going to get around the problem? Okay, we can go to the checkpoint, but forming a second Oceania Blood link. Can we actually do that? Before it occurs to you, you're so stupid that it might work. From your ankle, we begin to form a second Oceania Blood link body. The effort is considerable, but after a moment there is another body standing next to you, connected to you only by the thin skin cord, which luckily remains hidden in the tall grass. Walk a few stairs with both of your bodies. Coordination is unfamiliar, but after a few minutes you haven't fallen down with either body. That's good enough for you. Last, what do you think? Am I a genius or what? Your ass has calculated a 0.003% chance of success for this plan, with a rounding error of 0.05%. If you want to add any last words to your will, now would be the time to let me know, Commander. Typical ass, always the critic. With this, you walk your two bodies towards the spaceship. Although walking is probably putting it generously, more like staggering and stumbling. Often in stressful situations, get a flashback from the most dramatic time of your life. School. With skipping a week of classes, you had to make up for all the assignments within one evening. So you tried to write 2 different essays at the same time, with 2 technicals while studying the missed lessons at double speed via video. Compared to what you're doing right now, that was a piece of cake, or a piece of nourishment slime dessert. Nearly there when you suddenly stopped by a sharp voice. Stop, Private. Two guys stand in front of you and examine you with a very penetrating look. Behind them, Rudolph the Hunter. Ah, shit. Together with Fifi. Really didn't expect to see those two again. The Oceania Bloodling who spoke to you. All your instincts tell you it must be the commander snaps at you. Say, why are you staking around here? Are you too drunk or what? Do you want to snap to attention? Apologize submissively. Let's apologize, I guess. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Two bodies instinctively press out. Won't happen again. Know from experience that you should always agree with your superiors, relatives, and other psychopaths. Contradicting them only provokes them. Exactly. Oceania Bloodlings seem to be satisfied. There you go. If I catch you two making a mockery of our unit again, there will be consequences. With hesitant steps, the soldiers and the hunter continue on their way. A few more times they cast a glance over their shoulder until they turn their attention to the movements in the undergrowth. Phew, okay, that was close. Hand a small tent and let your two bodies form sink into the grass like puppets. Moving a single body in its altered form is already increasingly difficult for you, but two? Commander, your dual body strategy was a stroke of genius, but it's not sustainable over time, if I may say so. You may, Sagio squawks, a movement that would put terror into any monoform organism. Let the two bodies merge into one. Better. Carefully you peek around the tent. Beyond the checkpoints, nobody seems to be worrying about the body system anymore. Scientists excitedly scurry around your spaceship. All the why can I not say that word? Soldiers are accompanied with surveying the forest. Okay, well, we made it, I think. FBI Part 2. Once you get to the actual crash site, less people seem to care whether you belong here. Everyone here is focused on the task at hand, and seems to assume that everyone else present has their own justification. Busy as Antarans, Oceania Bloodlings in their protective suits bustle about the wreckage. Many log equipment and technical odds and ends to a collection point. Do you know what you think are scientists standing next to the entry hatch and survey the looted objects? Us highlights a tent on your display that is slightly off to the side. There is the coordination center of the Oceania Bloodlings. A lot of radio signals are being received here. Plus, it's the only place food is delivered, so it must be important. Okay, let's go to the commando tent then. You reach the tent, you stopped by a guard. Didn't get far. Stop. Access only for authorized personnel. What do you want here? To use the toilet? Isn't that... this the toilet? Guard head turns bright red. The toilet? That's the command tent, you dumbass. Trains are on the other end. Now get lost. An angry wave of their hands as they shoo you away. Okay, well, to the lewd technology then. You need to get an overview of the situation. You approach the storage space for the technology that the Oceania Bloodlings have already removed from the spaceship. Thankfully, nothing vital is among them. Notice how you peek into the tent. The Lynx took everything that wasn't nailed down out of your ship. You find the screen parts, your suction cup scrubber, computer circuit boards, bedding, favorite drinking vessel, office supplies. Suddenly you freeze. Just over there you see your Y-Box game console. Your Y-Box, right. Several of these barbarians are poking around in the memory core with their fingers. One of them pulls a data crystal out of it and hands it to his colleague. Please grind this up and send it to the lab. Obviously you whisper, or to yourself nurse, no, that crystal has all my cells from eventual imagination 7. Before you can do anything, the Oceania Bloodling has ground the storage crystal up into a fine dust and mortar. Hot tears streaming from your eyes. Those monsters, yes. Focus, Commander, focus. Shake off your frustration. Perhaps an opportunity has just presented itself. Access the white box and start a game. Yes, let's do a horror game. A serious thought enters your mind. Please start. Lost space of bad number 8. Got it. Start new game. Instantly the hologram of a giant monster appears. Emits a roar and begins to hunt down any Oceania Bloodlings that it identifies as a player. Panic breaks out. Monster! Monster! Must have been teleported here. Guard, shoot it. Oceania Blood links on the entire crash site or either run towards the creature or flee in fear. Chaos you get to the ship unnoticed. Hell yeah. Usually you look around the once familiar ship. Quick, connect the battery. Need to start the process while the Oceania Blood links are distracted. Run to the engine room. You don't even notice the further devastation caused by the Oceania Blood links. Now only the battery matters. Then the first few simple steps, you connect it to the ship's circuit. Ah, that's better. Our sighs of relief. Finally, no more emergency power. You won't believe how relieved. Fascinating us, but can we please start the repair? Time is of the essence, you know. Of course. Next to you, the assembler comes to life, humming. The moment it spits out a bucket load of little robots, they immediately crawl into the surrounding machines and begin their repair work. And another. Hey, there's something going on in the ship. We need to get back there inside now. Hear the scientists shout excitedly. Run back to the entrance. Somehow you have to stop the Oceania Blood links from entering the ship. Through the hatch you can already see the first figures running towards the ship. Among them you also recognize security forces. Shit. Less defended, I guess? I mean, our, gunship, or blaster should be here. Is there anything I can use to block the door? A cabinet, a table, anything? Oh, I thought I clicked on to defender. Okay, unfortunately no. They have all been looted already. The door controls are still offline. Okay, time to be creative. Throw my skin. Okay, I won't see what happens when I throw my scanner. Better you got yourself a blaster, you think? You think you would have been so much easier. Don't know what you're trying to achieve with it, but out of sheer desperation and frustration, you throw the scanner in the direction of the Oceania Blood links. You're actually surprised at even you. What's that? A grenade? A grenade! Sure, it's a grenade. Here's before some demo modes must have been activated because the scanner flashes in all its imaginable colours. Oceania Blood links throw the cells on the ground right and left. Several moments, nothing happens. Never's call comes from somewhere. Cautiously, some Oceania Blood links look at the cheerfully blinking scanner. I don't think it's a grenade. Repair progress 10%. Door control is back online. As proudly announced, clear the door. Oh, okay, well that was enough of a distraction to do. I wasn't actually expecting that to work, but I'll take it. You quickly step out of the doorway, which closes behind you, moments later with a hiss. But the breather lasts only for a second. The Oceania Blood link group has entered through a crack in the hull. God damn it. Jump back on your feet. All systems are already online, us. Firefighting, food dispenser, and aromatherapy. You run towards the intruding Oceania Blood links. You frantically consider which of these systems you can use to defend yourself. Let's just go with aromatherapy. Why do we have aromatherapy system, us? Long space travel can be exhausting for biological life forms. To stimulate a calming environment, your ass can spray a variety of natural scents and gases for your olfactory distraction and enrichment. I don't think I want any of the natural scents and gases coming out from my ass, thank you. Unless you're one of those people who are into, like, farting. Anyway, remember, so far you never used the aromatherapy system, because the last thing you need is to be confined in the confined space of a ship is the smells from your ass. Then you reach the section of the ship. There is a wide gap in the hull, through which a handful of soldiers have already squeezed. I only have time to act. Also, aromatherapy. Vega spruce. Strength 900%. Got it. So far, sounds coming through the internal speaker system. All saturations the atmosphere with more spruce smells than exists in the entire Vega system. Tears shoot from your eyes and you go to your knees. Basically, us are spraying out scented mustard gas. Gasping, you struggle for breath as she longs for multiple filter organs. Oceania Blood aren't doing much better. What's that smell? My eyes are burning. It's eating the paint of my equipment. A gas attack. Must go now. Oh. Of course you guys have got fucking masks. Multiple gas masks over their face. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, firefighting then. I should have done a food dispenser. We could have had a food fight. Now, only one last departure. Vesper tent left. Deploy the extinguishing system, quick. This subroutine is not under my direct control for security reasons. Fire suppression system is automatically activated when on fire. Boss can start talking and smash a nearby console, rip out some electrical wires and start making them strike wildly. Is this enough? No, concentration of vigorous Bruce aroma in the air is highly flammable and the moment the entire section detonates. Oops. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Regain consciousness, you find yourself in a glass box in a tent, surrounded by medical equipment, fully still at the crash site. Alice's voice sounds panicked. Commander, where are you? I was able to complete the repairs and hold off the Oceania bloodlings, but I don't think I can do it for much longer. Commander, where are you? I lift a tentacle to massage your head, realizing two troubling facts at once. Unconscious, you reverted to your default form. Someone has charged up your limbs. Takes a moment, but then you realize where you are. Every scientist has seen something like this during his training. It is a dissecting table. Well, fuck. Try to free yourself, but your injuries are too severe. Sink back meekly. On the other hand of the glass, you can see the outlines of two Oceania bloodlings in medical protective gear. Conversation is muffled. Almost ashamed that we had to cut it up right here. Could learn so much from it. See what the creature is capable of. As long as it's alive, it's a danger. The more we chop it up, the more peacefully I'll sleep tonight. Besides, the thing is probably dead anyway. No, I'm still alive here. Yeah, probably. I'm getting the camera ready. Cheer up. We're making history here. Commander, I can't hold them off for much longer. Commander, where are you? But you know it's too late for you. Your response is weak. Avenge me. Avenge me, you whisper, until you're communicating with a fading strength. Yes, Commander. Alice's voice is filled with a cold determination that is very different from the normal coldness of an AI voice. Initiate critical reactor overload. It has been an honor serving with you, Commander. See you on the other side. Briefly wonder if that thought of moving into the afterlife together with us is comforting or rather terrifying. Around you, the Oceania bloodlings arrange their primitive investigation tools: scissors, saws, and scalpels. Those butchers, faithful, you seek their gaze, and they do look up briefly. Hey, I think it's still moving. Good, you want them to know. Understand what is about to happen. Lift the tentacle weakly and give them a weak wave. Then you use the last moments to show them a very, very rude gesture. Fortunately, due to cultural differences, final insult remains forever misunderstood. Then the shockwave sweeps you your way. The achievement that I just got for being dissected by the FBI's cut my life into pieces. And it was definitely a last resort too. Then moments, the explosion of your spaceship wipes out the entire crash site, surrounding forest and some very unfortunate mountain bikers who were just in the area. To them, blast of the detonation is big enough to be heard in distant Munich and to make windows shatter and beer mugs spill. Tons of earth, rock, and finely polarized Secret Service agents are scattered across the neighboring villages. In days and weeks that follow, the international press does its best to get to the bottom of the inexplicable explosion in sleepy Bavaria. Same time, international politics tries to cover up what happens. With talk of weather balloons and unexpected side effects of hydroelectric plants, or an experiment gone wrong at the CERN particle accelerator, which is only 300 miles away on the other side of the Alps. Ultimately, everyone loses interest with a new scandal about some Hollywood star becomes public. Over time, the crater caused by the explosion fills with rainwater and, after initial skepticism from the local population, becomes a popular destination for swimming trips. On clear summer days, locals and tourists alike enjoy cooling off in the flooded tomb. At least one good thing came out of it, I guess. Lake lies still and deserted, visited only by the vast starry sky reflected in the lightly rippling surface. In those moments, it seems like a portal to space, a gateway to the cosmos and its infinite expanse. And that is ending 6. Cut my life into pieces. Well, that was an unfortunate end. Really hadn't. We shouldn't have trusted our friend, although he was kind of cute. But yeah, he was a criminal, so what did I expect? But yeah, with that, I'm gonna end this part off here, but I will be continuing this game and trying to get more endings with this, because there's apparently 19 in total. I'm probably not gonna try and go for all of them, but I still want to play more of this game, because I love it. I really love it a lot. Yeah, I definitely want to see more scenarios on how our little friend and us interact with our Oceania Bloodlings, and hopefully not die in the process. And also be careful of who you trust. I mean, kind of obvious seeing as our little other shapeshifter friend was a criminal, so it was quite obvious that he was going to turn his back or try and stab us in the back, but yeah, that part should be coming out tomorrow.